Here, we will walk through the step-by-step process you need to take when answering questions in situational judgment. Now, the first thing you need to address in every scenario is to recognize that you will be a different player. You may be a receptionist, you may be a consultant, and you may be a nurse. Each role requires its own skill set and own set of responsibilities. The first thing you do is to identify the status and profession of the person involved. This is especially true when considering the differences between a medical student and a doctor. According to the General Medical Council, medical students should be conscious of the fact that they are often acting in the position of a qualified doctor. Let's consider the view of a patient now. They're going to treat the medical student with respect and potentially see them as knowledgeable and an equal part of the medical team. This will mean that they will confide in them, which raises issues of trust and confidentiality, something which doctors face every day. Therefore, the medical student needs to be able to act in pressurized scenarios just like fully qualified doctors. However, what you must not forget is that medical students have different responsibilities to doctors. They aren't able to give out information about treatments, information about blood tests, information about chemotherapy, that sort of thing. That only the doctor can give out. If you see a scenario where it says a patient asked the medical student to find out what's going on with their operation, a very appropriate thing to do would be for the medical student to say, I am a medical student, I am unable to give this information, but I will liaise with the consultant to speak with you directly. This will help. This is the most optimal approach in this scenario. Another thing you should consider is that you should always try and resolve conflict directly and locally, and only raise the issue to higher powers when necessary. Time to look at an example now. A medical student sees a fellow medical student carry out an inappropriate action. They speak to the consultant who is supervising the medical student who has carried out the inappropriate action. Here, the medical student is involving other people who are not necessarily connected to the scenario. If you see this sort of question in the exam, recognize the role of the players and try and recognize that under certain conditions, higher authority or other personnel can be avoided. This is a great example of such a case. You should only report to higher authorities or other medical professionals if it involves compromising patient safety, patient confidentiality, or data handling.